Paige from Ohio, who's in our chat room right now, she had asked, would you consider yourself the class clown of the boys?
Ordinarily, yes, that is my remit.
Very nice.
But to be honest, that was filled by so many good American boys filling that role brilliantly anyway. I mean, Rich Spate, and Rick Gomez they were made for that role, And because Harry, as I said, what I'm saying is there are characters in Band of Brothers and you tend to, by osmosis, characters tend to bleed a little bit into actors' behaviours, and likewise they feed each other. And there were jokers in the pack, and they were, and Jimmy, and they were so vivacious and great at it that I think I was pretty much more low key, maybe. I don't know.
Now, who did you become close to on the set?
Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had actually, I think, met before. I'm feeling a bit. I can't tell you about that.
Was it in a Bangkok whorehouse?
No, it wasn't in a Bangkok whorehouse. But we found out on the Friday night. We stayed out in these shanty town huts. It was a night when I sort of spent a lot of the night with Frank John Hughes, sort of doing guard duty, which was incredible. But that night, me and Damien were, because we had to obviously take up our positions rank-wise, within the platoon, and I was running the platoon that night, and Damien was kind of going between platoons, so I was running first, and we realised that he realised we'd shared a girlfriend. So,
that's kind
not
of
at the same time.
Oh, you
not
guys
at
are
the same time.
Eskimo brothers.
No, is that right?
Yeah, that's nice.
What are the chances?
Sorry, Damo. But he pointed out that he'd met me and thought, there's that little clown who was with my girlfriend, that dude over there who thinks he's a flippin' actor or whatever, and we laughed about it, and we've been pretty closely bonded ever since, me and Damo. We get on well.
Excellent.
We both got young kids, and other than that, I bonded very quickly with... The truth is, I don't know if you've had any of the Brits admit to this, but the Americans, we bonded in a weird kind of way more with the Americans than with each other, the British boys. Maybe that's not the case with some of them.
We're very likable people, Americans. We're very likable.
No, I know. But that's the truth. We just... I don't know if it's because we were playing Americans and because that was feeding it, but I... took more of a liking to Neil and Rick and Jimmy and Rich and Scott, etc., and Michael than I just didn't... It took time for me to meet the English boys. And we have been pretty rubbish at getting together.
Yeah, that's
the
been
English
mentioned.
boys are rubbish at it.
Yeah, that's been mentioned repeatedly about how the English are just not... they keep bringing it up. Somebody always goes, we need to get together and have a party like...
Yeah, and we do, and we badly do need that.
All right, well then I'll come out and ask it, because Emma from Sweden wanted to know. Do you attend the barbecues or any of them?
I have done. I've attended. I didn't attend this year's one, the big one, the 10-year one. I know that Shane made the effort and flew over, didn't he? Which was incredible. But I have a young baby, so I wasn't going to get away with that. I went to... I think I've been to 2. I certainly went to one of the only... it seems incredible that there's been that many, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But I've definitely been present at a Cudlets event, yeah. And
I hear they're
fantastic.
pretty epic.
They're absolutely fantastic. I've had opportunity also, other than the barbecues, to see the guys, because I went to Rich Spate's wedding over in Oregon, so I saw a lot of the boys there as well, and periodically I've been over to LA, and whenever I'm there, I stay with Rich.
What was your favorite episode? Or scene to shoot?
I'm going to have to say episode 3, which is well, it's a bit naughty of me because I had most to do in that in terms of my own workload, really. The company hadn't yet formed in Normandy. And it was only episode 3 that the whole kind of company started to come together. And when rushes came back of some of the battle sequences in 3, that town, the taking of Carentan in 3, I just knew we were doing something totally singular, really bigger than all of us by a long, long way. That was the first real sense that I got of that. Episode 3, I think. Yeah,
episode 3 was really, it was the one that kind of, for me anyways, kicked the action up.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It rolled it all forward because you had the training and then the arrival and then, okay, here's your first shot at greatness.
Yeah. And it's the way the director, Mikhail Salomon, shot episode 3. It's just, and Mark Warren's performance as well, who plays Blythe, fantastically in it, even though he hadn't been at boot camp. Mark's performance is amazing, and Mikhail's got a wonderful eye. I worked with him again actually on Rome, but he's originally a cameraman, a DP, who now directs, and as a result, his eye for any shot is just sumptuous. The guy's incredible, and just a few things came back. I don't know whether, as I remember it, he was quite open about showing us stuff, and it was pretty quick. Just it started to go around the actors, check this stuff out that's being shot. There's small moments, like there's a spinning bullet in Ep 3 in sort of very speed slow-mo that's just shocking. There's that wonderful Edelweiss close-up towards the end of Ep 3. Just something about Mikhail's eye, and as a result, I think Mikhail, I might be wrong on this, but he was then drafted in to shoot Ep 10 in Switzerland as the finale, and it's no surprise that was my second sort of favourite experience in episode as well.
Oh, that was
he's brilliant.
Episode 10 was just mind-boggling.
Kitty would love this. How many brides get a wedding present from Hitler? You want to take half? I can't carry all this. You know, whoever comes in here after us is going to take whatever isn't nailed down.
Well, wouldn't want that to happen.
I don't even think about it.
How much did Harry? How much silverware did he actually get off with?
I didn't have any. I don't know the answer to that actually.
Okay.
I certainly took plenty. and wouldn't let Spears anywhere near it, would I? But the reason I didn't have the answer to that is some guys had quite a lot of contact with their veterans' families, but Harry had passed away in the early 90s, so I didn't get to talk to Harry. My contact with him came through other veterans, so I met Babe Heffron and I met Wild Bill Garnier, two of the most extraordinary, charismatic guys you're ever, going to be lucky enough to meet.
Bye.